as I was coming out the building. Those who talking to me, she stuck her finger in her ears. You know what I'm saying? They always gotta be out here doing some shit, right? Because again, that's also how they mask their targeting. But I'm like I said, I'm too wise for this shit. I've studied what they've been doing for well over a decade and a half, and so they cannot manipulate me as they used to. Because look at this dude, still out here again. Same dude, right? This guy been out here all fucking day. From the time I came here early this morning to now, still out here. Because that's what they do, right? Exposing their asses. As he sees me, he looks back in the building, you know. And what that has to do with again is because they look sticking a finger in their ears. Stick my finger in my ears too. And then fall on his lips. But try to make it seem like I'm some type of jealous guy or have you. First of all, me and Pam haven't been in a relationship how many years now? Okay? You know what I'm saying? It's just that I won't be her damn babysitter. Right? And that's what it is. I won't be used just because I'm on disability, right? As some, even though she's like, oh, they're your kids. Yeah, right, they are my kids. But that doesn't mean when you want to go away or go on vacation, you can call me and I could be like, okay, call. No, it ain't like that. I keep telling you. And what she doesn't understand, I keep saying, that for years, during the entire summer, right? Since Ethan was, what, 10 years old? From
tell him to get my stuff.
From the kids were babies, taking them for the entire weekend while she go run around and do her fun. And we were in a relationship too, right? But on the weekends, some weekends we would come over here, and like I said at the time, I was just happy to be with the kids. So I didn't really think that she was doing anything, and like I said, even when I watched the kids while she went on dates, and I said to her, be at home we agree on a time. Look at these clowns. Look at these clowns. Look at these clowns. All right? And, we would agree on a time that she would come back, and she would have me waiting. I would call her. She would ignore my calls. Got home, after 1 o'clock at night, what have you. And I'm just like, come on, Pamela. And then she tells me, oh, I wasn't thinking about you. I was having my fun. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm watching the kids for you. And this is what you do. And she did it so much, I said, no more. All right? I gave her enough chances. I said, all you got to do is, if you know you're out and you're going to be late, just call and say, hey, if you're having so much fun, you can call and say, hey, Nigel, is it all right if I stay another hour or so, have you? Just ask, right? But she's never been that way with me. Never, never, never. And so they will try to engage in this false narrative, right? In order to try to have me surveil. Oh, he's jealous and he's this and that. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, come on. Like if I was jealous and physically abusive to women, the shit that I've seen in what she has done and talk to me about with her male friends, right? Basically, talking disparagingly about me to her male friends, right? You know what I'm saying? While we're in a relationship, sending nudes to, her ex and shit like that. Come on now. Like, y'all not gonna try to do that shit. I'm not gonna allow y'all to do this shit. Get the fuck out of here. All right? That shit ain't gonna work. Try that shit with somebody else. Try that shit with somebody else. Okay? And I told her, I said, don't ask me anymore. Don't ask me anymore. But what these people were trying to do, again, in the coercive persuasion program, in this destructive cult, right, is the victims of their violence, the victim of their assaults, right, they want you to be subservient to those who are in their cult. And they will manipulate you and then manipulate the people around you to engage in this sort of behavior. But I know, because if I was as a man was to do that shit to her, they would be like, you know, they would be calling me all kind of names in the book. All right. But I want you to understand how they condition our women in the society, particularly black women, right? The European women, I should say, to have the mindset that us men, we should do whatever they say, and they're being emboldened by the predators in the church, the predators in the you know, the police department, particularly the white supremacists and the Sambos and Sambinos. And I know you can't ask for consistency and you're not consistent yourself, right? You can't ask for support and you're not supporting, right? Get the fuck out of here. Like seriously, like I can tell y'all, I'm the wrong one, but I'm the right one. But y'all not listening, so y'all gonna learn. I'll wait for the next bus. Hear the noise? Hear the sirens? Hear the sirens? Yeah. Y'all, you're not, trust me, y'all not gonna threaten me into doing something that I don't want to do. Y'all damn sure ain't gonna control me. I'll let you know that. I would die first. Alright, if I have the opportunity, and y'all want to be physical and aggressive, I'm gonna take one of y'all motherfuckers along with me. Understand that. Look, using the children. Look, the Sambo. They got the Sambo males and shit using their children. That's to tell you, man. The religious mindset are one that is fucked up, one that is sadistic, one that is hypocritical, one that is idiotic and ignorant. Right? But they're God this and they got that. They're so full of shit. They got half of the world ain't Christian, right? And a lot of places in the world is doing better than so-called Christian nation, because Christian nation is all about what? Suffering. That's what they're all about, right? Why? Because the oligarchs, those in power, understand how religion is used to manipulate the mind, and they've created technology to subdue our minds and our emotions. And that would never happen with me. I'm a human being, I have emotions. We all have emotions, and we all should display our emotions. We should get angry when needed be. We should get upset, we should get happy, we should get, you know, sad when things happen that is sad, because we are human beings, all right? And what they're trying to do is subdue our emotions so they can control us. So that we have no love for each other, so that when they start to abuse us in some of the most, I should say, in other ways that are even worse, right? That we look at each other with no love, no concern, no care, then they can do whatever they want, and we won't fight back. I understand what it is that they do, and they are testing this stuff out on TIs. They're testing the psychological manipulation. They're testing the like example. They eat. What is he eating? What is he eating? Look at him over there. He eating crackers. That's what he's eating. Crackers. Look at him. Look at him. He's looking back. Look at him. Across the street over there. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in. Look. And he's gonna stand there too. He's been standing there for the longest while since I've been here. Oh, he's eating the chips. That's what it is. So yeah, one of the things that they will do is that, you know, because I'm exposing what it is that they're doing, or now he gonna move now, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is that look. Look at the behavior. Look at the behavior. So one of the things that they do is that because I expose what it is that they do, they're like, well, you know, you're chipped. Because I'm chipped anyway. Please, whether I'm silent or not. There are a lot of TIs out there that are suffering in silence, that don't talk about their targeting, right? At least not how I do it, not how I try to expose them, and they're still being targeted. They're still being targeted. Okay, so don't fall for that shit, TIs. Expose what it is that they're doing. All that they are doing is trying to exert their force and their will onto you. That's it. To get you to accept being mistreated, being ill-treated, being disrespected, being manipulated, right? That's all it is that they're trying to do. All right? That's what it is that they're trying to do. Don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for that shit. Don't be the sheeps who's going to be led off that cliff when You know, because that's exactly what's going to happen. And a lot of these Negropeans don't even quite understand it because they're so damn ignorant and so stupid that they really think that, you know, things are going to get better. They're not thinking about their children. They're not thinking about their children. Right? They're not thinking because what? Because they have a selfish, self-centered mindset. Right? They are not thinking about the children. The fact that they can use their children in targeting, right? First they were using the Sambitas, the Negropean females. Now they're using the Sambos with their children now. Right? I have to tell you, every time they try to make some sort of you know, point or some sort of subliminal message in terms of how much control they have over black people, this is what they do. So when I talk about you know, single black women not caring about their children, right? What they'll do, they'll start targeting me with black women who are single with kids, right? And I talk about black men and how we need to step up in the community, right? They don't send black men who wants to step up in the community to you know, engage in more positive aspects within our community. No, they want the religious fanatics who only want to talk about God and giving your life to Christ, and that's it. And that's it. That's what every other group. You look at these bodegas, every other group. First it's Hispanics, now the Arabs. Right? What happened to? I've seen black people who try to own bodegas and they say that they shut out of the distribution. Okay, this is what they do. This is global. That's what I said. Black people have to be able to produce the things that we need in our community, right? So that when we open up stores, right, that it is us that are supplying these stores. Because these other groups of people, right, they also have been conditioned with a white supremacist mindset. And the way how they look at us as black people is less than, and that they always use us to build their economics, right? They use us to build their communities, right? And the white supremacists, again, they control everything, right? The banks, getting loans, the banks, you know, when they control your resources, food, all this stuff. But we tend to not want to pay attention because we are a defeated people. We are a defeated people, right? We are a defeated people. The vast majority of us, you know, so in love with the white man religion, right? That we will destroy each other, destroy our family, our community, to hold on to that white Jesus, who is nothing but a myth, a retelling of African spiritual systems and Babylonian myths, right? You know, come on now. But that is the virus that they put into our minds, right? The virus of religion. It is a destructive one too. You gotta understand that. He stops all the way over here. Wow, I think I'd be the last one on the bus. That's fine. No problem. Remember, last man standing. See, she's coming. Okay, she's not getting